Hello, I'm going to tell you if the Bright Lord set is good for the Wrathgiver build for Shadow of War. The 2-piece bonus for the Bright Lord set is gain Wrath 50% faster, but Elven Rage lasts half as long. Question is, does this help with the Wrathgiver build? To put it simply, no, it does not. The more complex answer is, no, it does not. I've done a good bit of math and playtesting, and here's what I found. You have a maximum of 100 Wrath, and lose it at a rate of about 6.25 Wrath per second while in Ringwraith. Wrathgiver allows you to gain 10 Wrath per execution, which for some reason works with Elven Light. It takes 100 Might to perform Elven Light, and while in Ringwraith, you restore Might at a rate of 25 Might per second. Therefore, you can perform Elven Light once every 4 seconds, giving you 2.5 Wrath per second per enemy, meaning it takes at least 3 enemies for permanent uptime. I like to use Wrathgiver with the Vendetta set, which allows me to use health instead of might to perform Elven Light. It consumes 40% health per attack. There's also an epic ring called Star Claimer, which allows you to recover 13% health per second while in Elven Rage. If you use this combination, you can use Elven Light once every 3.08 seconds, as that's how long it takes to recover 40% health at a rate of 13% health per second, for a total of 3.25 Wrath per enemy per second. With this, you can have permanent Ringwraith uptime, requiring only 2 enemies instead of 3. If you added the 2-piece Bright Lord set, you would lose Wrath at a rate of 12.5 Wrath per second, and each Elven Light would grant 15 Wrath per enemy. This means without the Vendetta set, you would gain Wrath at a rate of 3.75 Wrath per second per enemy, meaning it requires 4 enemies for permanent uptime. In case you don't know, 4 is greater than 3. Using the Vendetta set and Star Claimer, you gain Wrath at a rate of 4.87 Wrath per enemy per second, meaning it takes 3 enemies for permanent uptime rather than 2. The only real benefit of using the Bright Lord set in a Wrathgiver build is that it takes fewer enemies to build full Wrath before you activate Ringwraith. But I don't think that's worth the reduced efficiency. All of that doesn't even mention that using Wrathgiver with the Bright Lord set is far harder to manage than a typical Wrathgiver build using Marauder or Vendetta sets. I have some footage of me playtesting with the Bright Lord set and without, so enjoy that.
Oh, you have a cruel side!
I'm just going to add a few things that I don't think were very clear in the video. First, this is from a purely mathematical meta perspective. You can use whatever you want in your builds, and I perfectly understand a preference for the Bright Lord set in Wrathgiver builds. I'm just explaining the most mathematically optimal build according to my findings. Second, there are some very obvious benefits of using the Bright Lord set that I don't think I was very clear on. Most notably, I find myself way less reliant on the Vendetta set, meaning you can run the Marauder set instead more easily. Also, you do get noticeably more Wrath when you run out of Wrath in the middle of Elven Light, which happens way more frequently than you may think.
Please subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the build, my calculations or testing, or if you have another build you want me to check out. Bye!